Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name is Albert, and in this channel, I am documenting my progress on trying to make a lot of money selling puts. And it's kind of crazy. I've been doing this for over a year now. So this July, I did it from July to July, so I've been doing it for 13 months. In the 13 months, I made about $50,000 selling puts, which is nice. And I learned a lot from doing it. And I'm kind of proud of myself for doing something for a year straight. So I don't think I made YouTube channels for a year because I started making channel like maybe my third month into it. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun and I've learned a lot. And if I could summarize the 3 things I learned this year from doing all of this, and once again, I went from knowing nothing. So I started doing it in July. I literally knew nothing, and then now I still know very little. But yeah, if I learned anything from this year of doing this, I think the number one thing when it comes to actively investing is the most important thing is not to lose money. And I know it's super obvious, but during the crazy run up of all the stimulus and all that money printing, things were going crazy, and a lot of people were using leverage to make money, and that's all great and everything. But when you see a downturn and your leverage works against you, then you can get wrecked, right? So it wasn't worth that risk that you're taking, because once you lose your money, your nest egg, then you can't make more money from it. So you have to optimize for not losing money. That's the most important. And it sounds very obvious, but I didn't think about how, let's say now that we're in a bear market, if you have a lot of cash, that's actually good, right? Even if you didn't make as much money during the run up, now is actually when you make money, because everyone else is getting wrecked. So optimize for not losing money is the most important thing. Once again, because once you lose your money, you can't make more money with it, right? If you just make a little bit of money and you don't make the maximum, that's okay, because you're there to fight another day. Another thing that I noticed or I learned about myself or in general was I need to optimize for less mental stress, right? I never really thought about myself as a very stressed person, but selling puts, especially selling, the number of puts I was selling, can become pretty stressful, and it's almost not worth the money that you're making, depending on what positions you're putting yourself into. So that was not a factor that I was considering beforehand, and that's definitely a factor I consider now. And I am a pretty big risk taker, so I don't mind the swings, but yeah, optimizing for less mental stress is actually something that needs to be considered. And then after all this, after a year of just like buying and selling puts or whatever, I'm starting to realize, okay, the buy and hold strategy may not be that bad, right? So even though I did make 50K in this last year doing so, which objectively is a good amount of money for a side hobby, it could have easily swung the other way at any point. And the amount of money you make from the shares can definitely be a lot more than this. So it just might not be even worth it for you to trade, right? That's something that has crossed my mind. So yeah, those are 3 things I think are super important if you're gonna try to buy and sell options. Hopefully this is helpful to you. I know it sounds pretty obvious, but it did make me have to go through this in order to really learn the importance of these things. Okay, so here are the puts I have out, or the calls I have out. Nothing really changed for the first 2. I did sell this 890 call about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and at one point it was down like $5,000. Luckily, Tesla kind of came back, or actually went down. Let me see if I can find that screenshot. It went down like 7%. Here it is. It went down like 7% on Friday. And even though my portfolio fell like 7%, I was actually kind of happy because of this 890 call. Because this was down like $5,000, and then I was like, fuck. The first 2 times I sell a call, I got in the money. So now it's out the money, but it's good. But like I really shouldn't have been selling this call, because obviously the stock price, the stock split is coming. I just got a little bit greedy there. But I think what happened was, because of the anticipation for the meeting, the price went up, and on Friday the meeting was over, the price went back down. So who knows? I'm gonna hold this till expiration anyways. But I didn't make a lot of premium when I did it, so that's probably why I was down so much. But yeah. Okay, so I went through this period. So you can see here, I kind of went through a long period of not selling anything. Kind of June, July, I didn't really sell much. And it's been very like zen for me. And then when I saw this call, I started like kind of, I don't want to say stressing, but I started kind of like worrying about the price going up too much, right? And then I was like, okay, if the price goes up, I don't really lose money. I just like lose the opportunity to make that money, right? So I thought it'd be funny, not funny, but I thought it'd be interesting to kind of rank the feelings of how good or bad things feel based on the trades that I've been doing. And I had a bunch of examples, but I kind of narrowed out to 6 because these are the most common. So here's how I feel, okay? The first feeling is when you sell a put and the price goes up. I'd say this is probably the best feeling you can feel. Or one of the best. I would say it feels pretty good on the feels good ladder. Another one could be, so selling a put basically means that selling a put to open, basically you sell a put, you get a premium for it, and the price goes up. Basically the premium goes down. So you basically start making a percent of that premium. Then I would go into selling a call open, selling a call and price goes up. So this feels bad, right? Because this is what happened to me. I was down 5,000. This definitely feels bad because it doesn't happen. Right? That's definitely more on the bad feeling. But then I think the worst feeling is selling a put and the price going down. Because if you're selling a call, and I'm spending as a covered call, like you're not really losing money. This is the worst feeling. I've done this so many times where I sold a put and then the price goes down immediately, and you're like, "Fuck! I should just waited to do that." And then in between, I think would be buying shares and then price going down. So I did this as well. I bought a lot of shares, when Tesla was higher. I think that would go up, and then it went down. So I think that's the ranking so far. And then the opposite of that would be buying shares and then price going up, which is a good feeling. But I don't think it's better than selling a put and price going up because, it really depends on how much, but I would say this is probably the best feeling in the world. And I experienced that where I sold like 50 puts and they all went up. So this kind of 3-month period right here was pretty good. And then the last one was you sell a call and the price goes down where you make money. So yeah, I'll rank it this order. I think the best feeling is you sell a put and price goes up. Buying the share, price goes up after. Selling a call, price goes up. This feels pretty good too. Okay, you know what? I don't know. All 3 of these feel pretty good. I'm more worried of the feeling bad part. I would say this is the order of feeling bad. Price goes up. Buy shares. Price went up. That feels bad, but it'll come back. That feels bad, but it'll come back. Yeah, this is the order. Selling a call to open. Price went up. That feels bad, but hey, at least you have the shares to back it up. Selling put, open, price went down. Ooh, you got fucked. Yep. So I experienced this a lot. I experienced this last week, and I experienced this every now and then as well. Okay, so that's my ranking on how these feelings feel. Hopefully that's helpful to you. If not, too bad. Cool, man. All right. Thank you.